Hey everyone, welcome to Soul Whispers Tarot. I'm back again with another pick a card reading. This reading is, should I wait for this person or move on? So I've got 4 sets of cards. Set of cards number 1 is the perfume bottle. Set of cards number 2 is the collection of stones. Set of cards number 3 is the rose quartz angel. And set of cards number 4 is the compass. So thank you to everyone who has liked my videos and shared them and written lovely comments that are really supportive. I find that really helpful, and thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who's subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate that. And if you subscribe, please tap the bell icon and that will notify you every time I release a new reading. So these are general readings, so the messages won't apply to everyone if they don't resonate. Please don't try and make these messages fit into your individual situation if it isn't resonating. Overall, everyone needs to trust their own intuition above anything else. So I'll give you a few moments to tune into the energies of the cards and see which one resonates with you the most. Okay, so this is set of cards number 1, which is the perfume bottle necklace. And this is the gilded tarot. Should you wait for this person or move on? So we have the 2 of swords in reverse. And the page of wands. The page of cups in reverse. Death in reverse. And the ace of wands. So clarifying, we have the 4 of wands in reverse, the ace of pentacles in reverse, the queen of cups in reverse, the 3 of wands in reverse, and the tower. So I do reversals in my readings, obviously. It's not that I've got the deck upside down, as some people have suggested. Okay, so should you wait for this person or move on? So there's obviously a lot of confusion about what you should do with this 2 of swords in reverse. 2 of swords is about needing to make a decision, feeling stuck, being at a crossroads, not knowing which way to go. Maybe you felt like you've buried your head in the sand. You just were waiting and waiting and waiting for time to pass, hoping like everything would just sort itself out with this person, or the universe would intervene, or this person would reach out to you. Perhaps this was that person. Perhaps they were hot and cold with you. Perhaps they weren't fully committing to you, but in some ways they were there for you. With this page of wands. I feel with the page of wands, they may have been offering you small things, but it wasn't a full commitment, because that's clarified by the ace of pentacles in reverse. They weren't making a solid foundation. They weren't creating a new tangible beginning with you. There's 4 of wands in reverse. So for some of you, there was happiness within your connection in the past. But then recently there's just been upheaval or a lack of communication, or this person withdrawing, or you two just drifting apart is what I'm feeling. There's a lack of like firm foundation with this 4 of wands in reverse. And that's what's made you so confused. And I do feel it's because this person's been wishy-washy. They haven't been 100% committed. For some it could be that they're in another relationship, or they're married, but it's unhappy. They need to make a decision, to leave that person and choose you, or to stay with that person and, say goodbye to you, but they were refusing to make a decision. Some of you feel as though you needed to walk away and finally make that decision. I feel with this card, set of cards number 1, I feel like you are like moving forward. Obviously, I don't feel like you want to move forward because you're watching this. There's a part of you that's still holding on, but I feel a lot of you are moving forward because there was a lot of stagnation and it feels like it's not been resolved. There's still this hot and cold kind of you not knowing where you stand with this person. Because if we look at these 2 cards next to each other, it's like this person's not making a decision, which is actually making a decision to not make a decision. And you're like this Page of Wands, just looking at them, waiting, and they're, you know, wearing a blindfold. They're just avoiding making some important decision. So there's a Page of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Cups in reverse. So I feel like in the past, both of these were upright. I feel like they were the Page of Cups, you were the Queen of Cups. You were more advanced when it came to expressing your emotions and your feelings. You had an open heart, whereas I feel like they were more like the Page. There was some immaturity, and they were offering, again, like something, but it wasn't a full commitment. It wasn't something fully tangible. So now these are both in reverse. It's like, I do feel there's been some kind of separation between you. I feel like they were just stagnating and refusing to come forward, or they were just doing the things the same way, which wasn't a full commitment. So you got annoyed, some of you. This Queen of Cups in reverse, you may have felt a lot of emotional pain or heartbreak. Because, yeah, look, there's death in reverse. So death is transformation. It's endings and beginnings. I feel like there needs to be an ending of this connection for a lot of you. But in reverse, there's been like a resistance to moving forward fully. And this person, I feel, was kind of holding on to you as well. Like, this could be someone where anytime you try and move on, then they suddenly contact you and make loads of promises or something like that. But then they just fall back to their old ways. And it's like going in repeat for some of you. Some of you with this 3 of Wands, you were waiting for your ships to come in for a long time, but you've made the decision to move on. And I feel like that's a good decision for those of you watching this. You're taking charge of your own destiny with this Ace of Wands, and it's clarified by the Tower. This is the breakdown of this connection, and this person may realise what they have once it's gone, kind of thing. But the Tower is always about some kind of faulty foundation that isn't really serving you, and then the universe comes in, breaks it all down so you can have a new beginning. It's a blessing in disguise. It's liberating you. So for some of you, you know that you need to move on, and some of you are actually looking for that almost like permission to move on, even though you don't need permission to. But I'm going to look much more deeply into this reading in an extended Vimeo reading. So the link to that Vimeo reading is below this video in the description box. And I'm going to look much more deeply into what's really going on within this connection and what you should do and how you can move forward. So I really hope to see you in Vimeo. And if you've liked this video, then please like, share and subscribe. And if you subscribe, please tap the bell icon, and that will notify you every time I release a new pick a card reading, which is every Friday. So thank you so much. So this is set of cards number 2, which is the collection of 3 stones, and it's the True Love Tarot. Should you wait for this person or move on? So we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, or anxiety in reverse, as it's called in this deck. the Page of Cups in reverse, or the Charmer in reverse, the Page of Wands in reverse, or the Mover in reverse, the Seven of Cups, or Illusion, and the Ten of Cups in reverse, or Success in reverse. So clarifying these, we have the Ten of Swords, Difficulty, the Four of Wands in reverse, or Respect in reverse, the Nine of Swords, and Obsession, Five of Swords in reverse, Defeat in reverse, and the Page of Cups, or the Romantic. So yeah, these are the the Prince ones are the Knights, and the Princess is the Page. Okay, so that's why I paused for a second, because I was wondering if it was that way around. Okay, so should you wait for this person or move on? So I have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like this person made you feel left out in the cold. You may have felt rejected by this person. This person may have kind of kept you at arm's length, and you felt as though you were an outsider looking in on their life. They may have like a set of friends or their family that they spend a lot of time with. You may see them on social media having like good times with other people, but you felt as though they left you out in the cold, that they didn't include you in their social circle or something like that, and you feel rejected. And yeah, Ten of Swords, you feel stabbed in the back. Maybe you feel betrayed by this person. Maybe you're giving this person the benefit of the doubt for a long time, but then it's like their true colours really came through, or you just finally saw them for who they were, the truth sort of thing. And there was some kind of destruction within this connection. Maybe you hit rock bottom. Maybe you felt like, this person, the Knight of Cups in reverse, it's like the Charmer in reverse. They may have been giving you false promises. They may have rushed into your life, making out that they were all romantic and wanting to commit and creating a future with you, but really they were just a charmer. They weren't really meaning what they were saying, or they were just trying to make you feel happy in the moment, but they didn't have the maturity to follow through with the promises that they were making. I feel like some of you woke up to that. Like for a long time you may have been in denial within yourself, but now there's been this clarity. And yeah, there was this Four of Wands in reverse, which says respect. So respect in reverse. They weren't respecting you. Perhaps, they were being disrespectful in many ways, or they were just leading you on in some ways. I do feel like there was definitely chemistry between you, definitely a spark. I do feel this person has feelings for you, but I'm seeing like a lack of maturity. Like this person doesn't want to grow up, kind of thing. So yeah, things may have seemed to have worked okay between you as long as you were continuing to sweep things under the carpet that you shouldn't have been. Like, you were putting up with too much. You were letting this person get away with a lot of things, is what I'm feeling. And that was kind of making it seem as though your connection, your relationship was working okay. But it's because you weren't being honest with yourself. And I feel like this was definitely creating a lot of resentment building up between that rug, sweeping the things under the rug. It was becoming this mountain of emotions within you under the rug. And what I'm seeing is some of you may have given this person an ultimatum, or you may have confronted this person because all those emotions were bottled up for so long. They may have come out all at once, and this person may have just been like in denial and making out that you're being over the top or twisting things to shirk responsibility for their own actions. So yeah, there's been a breakdown of your connection, and I feel it is because this person doesn't want to change what I'm feeling. I feel like this person wants you in their life, but they're not willing to be mature about this connection and commit to you fully, is what I'm feeling. So they'll be there as long as you allow them to sort of just be there on the side sort of thing. You know, they'll be there if you allow them to be, but they won't commit, is what I'm feeling. Because they have the Knight of Wands in reverse as well. So for some of you, it could be that you had a sexual relationship with this person, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you are hoping that this would kind of make them commit more, it hasn't worked. I don't mean that in a nasty way. It's just, I feel like this person's tried to pull the wool over your eyes and just gone along being that charmer with these false promises so they can get what they want from the connection without the commitment. So yeah, the Knight of Wands in reverse it's called the mover. It's someone that moves in and out of your life really quickly. And I just got an image of that moving in and out of your life. I just saw, the wands being phallic. I just saw yeah. I don't think I can say that. But the Nine of Swords, obsession. I feel like this person knew exactly what they were doing. They knew how to weave this web of seduction. And you got caught up in their web, is what I'm feeling. And you've had a lot of sleepless nights. You've been thinking about this person a lot. Some of you, I feel you've tried to change yourself. You tried to impress them. You've tried to be what you think they want you to be. You've tried to become whatever you think is going to make them commit to you. And I feel like some of you, this has really been eating away at your self-esteem, majorly, and been causing you to blame yourself or feel abandoned, rejected, unlovable. But at the end of the day, what I'm really feeling is it's this other person who isn't worthy of you and who isn't worthy of your time. And I feel like this is a major lesson where your soul is wanting you to realize that it's not you that's unlovable. It's not you that's not good enough. It's that you believe that you aren't deep down. And that's why you've attracted someone emotionally unavailable who's going to reflect that all back to you and really get you to feel those feelings, feel that rejection, feel that pain, and feel that you're not good enough. So then that really brings it up to the surface so you can realize how you're seeing yourself, because that's your vibration, and whatever vibration you are is going to, the mirror of that is going to be attracted into your life. So I feel for a lot of you, this is potentially a turning point in your life and your relationships. It's trying to help you realize that you're putting in all this time and effort for someone else who isn't worthy of you. And it's because you're mistakenly thinking that you're not good enough for them. For some of you, this may have been a repeating pattern in your relationships. And it keeps repeating because your soul is wanting you to realize once and for all that you deserve to be loved. You deserve the best. You deserve someone that's going to respect you, someone that's going to commit, someone who's going to follow through with what they're telling you. And you really deserve that. So this obsession card, the Nine of Swords, the sleepless nights and all thinking about them constantly, This is because this person is triggering a major childhood wound, some wound within your inner child, where you felt abandoned, rejected, unloved by parents or family or something similar from your childhood. This person is like a mirror image, like emotionally, or the dynamic of this connection is very similar to some kind of rejection, pain that you felt in childhood that subconsciously you're trying to resolve with someone who's similar, someone who's emotionally unavailable. But the only way this can be resolved is when you fully love yourself and you fully realize your worth. So I really hope that helps some of you watching this. There's a 7 of Cups here. Illusion, it's called. 7 of Cups is about confusion as well. Like, what cup do I take? How do I move forward? What decision do I make? But often this 7 of Cups is about, like it says here, illusion. It can be castles in the sky. It can be fantasies, which can be a form of escapism. Are you holding on to this person because when you daydream about being with them, when you daydream about the time when they're finally going to commit to you, does it cause you to have this time to escape from, I don't know, boredom or depression or unhappiness in your life in the present moment? Is holding on to this subconsciously allowing you to not need to be honest with yourself about something? Is it allowing you to not take responsibility for your life in the present moment in certain areas? And this is clarified by the 5 of Swords in reverse, or defeat in reverse. So this is saying to me, the 5 of Swords is about someone who's pushing someone away. But in reverse, I'm feeling like this is a subconscious part of yourself. Like a subconscious part of yourself is very attracted to emotionally unavailable people. And for many of you, it has been a pattern with past people as well. You feel like this huge chemistry. You feel like you're magnetically drawn to this person. And they always seem to have this magnetic draw to you as well, but they don't commit to you. And it's because deep down, you're the energy of this 5 of Swords as well. It's like pushing this other person away, like energetically. It's basically what I'm trying to say is you're not emotionally available either if you're not fully like loving yourself and you're looking outside of yourself for someone to like heal your wounds. That's saying you're not fully ready to receive love. You're not in that higher vibration to be able to align with love. So that's subconsciously why you're attracted to people who can't be there for you, who can't commit. There's the 10 of Cups in reverse, or success in reverse, and the Page of Cups. I'm feeling that this 10 of Cups in reverse is tying into the 7 of Cups, like illusion, like success in reverse. Perhaps there was this idea within you that this was really the person for you, and it could be your dream come true and you could be so happy. But I feel a lot of that was daydreams. And if you're really honest with yourself, how was the relationship in reality? Were they truly there for you? Was it really good, or was it only good like in your imagination and how you hoped it was gonna like turn into, how it's gonna change for the positive? Yeah, because we have the Page of Cups and it's called the Romantic here. So I feel like there may have been some romanticizing about this other person and this relationship, but it wasn't truly real in many ways. And I'm really sorry to say that, but I do feel for a lot of you watching this, this is that major lesson. And it may feel like huge heartbreak to admit that to ourselves and release the person, but really it's like releasing. Spirit is saying it's releasing an illusion, or it's releasing a dream so reality can come knocking at your door. Basically, you release like this fantasy, ungrounded type of relationship. You're honest with yourself. You love yourself more, and then you really do become that higher vibration. You really can attract your true soulmate, or whoever is meant to be for you, who's for your highest good. So I'm going to look much more deeply into this in an extended reading on Vimeo, and the link to that is below this video in the description box. I'm going to look into how you can love yourself more, how you can release yourself from this connection and this pattern if it's been on repeat in your life, so you can truly raise your vibration, so you can attract true love. So I really hope to see you on Vimeo, and I hope you've liked this reading. And if you have, then please like, share and subscribe. And if you subscribe, please tap the bell icon, and that will notify you every time I release a new reading, which is every Friday. So thank you so much. Hope to see you on Vimeo. This is set of cards number 3, which is the Rose Quartz Angel, and it's the Connolly Tarot. Should you wait for this person or move on? So we have the Knight of Cups, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Four of Wands. So clarifying, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands in reverse, the King of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. So I'm feeling a lot of positive energy in this reading, in this set of cards. So this person, they want to be like this Knight of Cups. They want to be your knight in shining armor. They feel a lot of love for you, a lot of romantic feelings. I feel like if there's been a time of separation between you, they've taken a step back to ask themselves, am I really investing in the right things in my life? I feel like they've taken this time to really think about what they want, and I feel like they're really wanting to be with you. So they've had a lot of time to mull things over and be like, what do I need to do in order to be ready to be with you, the viewer? They want to offer their love. They want to offer their heart. They want to be open and honest and expressive. And this Knight of Cups is good because there's also the King of Cups. So this is saying they're grounded. This is saying they really want this. It's not just someone that's going to come into your life and then quickly rush out again. That may have been what's happened in the past, because we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse clarified by the Knight of Wands in reverse. So in the past, they may have been like this Knight of Wands in reverse, rushing in and out of your life. They may have not been fully committing to you. For some, they may have, quite happily had a sexual relationship with you, but then they weren't fully committing in all areas. There was an imbalance of give and take with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. They may have been investing their time and energy in the wrong sorts of people, the wrong crowd, the wrong thing. They may have been wanting to hold on to being some kind of bachelor or something like that in the past. But now I feel like they've taken this time, most likely due to you pulling back and you getting fed up with them and creating some kind of separation between you both. Or it could have been them who left you But yeah, they've had a lot of time to think things over. And they've become much more clear about what they want. They want a new beginning, is what I'm feeling with this Ace of Wands. And that's clarified by the King of Wands. So yeah, they want stability, because the Ace is the first card of the Wands suit, and then the King is the final card of it. It's saying they've graduated from the Knight, this impulsive Knight kind of energy, to the King. So they want to offer you a new beginning. They're hoping they can have a second chance with you. They're taking your connection and you much more seriously, is what I'm feeling. And they have the King of Cups as well. They want to really, really express their feelings. This is saying they're maturing, or they've matured into a much more emotionally balanced person. They may have been a bit all over the place in the past because they were emotionally imbalanced, or they just had different priorities back then. But then they're realizing, some of them are realizing once they've got what they've got, once it's gone, and they're realizing that they took you for granted, is what I'm feeling. So now they want to work really hard. 8 of Pentacles. Work on your relationship, working to become balanced within themselves. Some of them may be working to create finances, because there was this 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Some of them may have felt like they hadn't got their career or finances in order, and that they felt like they couldn't be a good provider, and that was like really important to them. And so there may have been some subconscious thing going on within them where they were only going to decide to commit to someone once they were financially secure, or something like that. Maybe they were investing their money in the wrong things, or just spending it, having fun, or something like that. But now they're working hard, being much more sensible in their life in general, is what I'm feeling. But what they're working towards as well is this 4 of Wands. This is the marriage card. This is the happy relationship. Whenever I see this card, though, to me it always represents like a gateway as well. Like stepping up, stepping through that door to be more stable, more mature, a balance of give and take. Yeah, and this person just really wants to make it work. They want a commitment. They may well want a marriage with you, taking your connection to a deeper commitment, especially as this is clarified by the 10 of Pentacles as well. So the 10 of Pentacles is often about this old man here, and it's about how he's provided this stability for his family. So again, there is a lot of cards here to do with finances, and I do feel for some of you, this person really just wanted their finances in order. They want to be a good provider in all areas, and maybe they felt like they couldn't be that in the past, but now they're working hard to be that for you. They may be working hard behind the scenes without you realizing. They may be trying to get a new job, or getting a new job, getting their finances in order. So I'm going to look much more deeply into this reading in an extended Vimeo reading, and I'm going to look at what's going to happen between you, what they want, and what's going on. So I really hope to see you in Vimeo. The link to that is below this video in the description box. So I hope this reading has been helpful and really resonated, and if it has, then please like, share and subscribe. And if you subscribe, please tap the bell icon, and that will notify you every time I release a new reading. So thank you so much. I hope to see you over on Vimeo. So this is set of cards number 4, which is the Compass. And this is the Before Tarot. Should you wait for this person or move on? So we have the Tower in reverse. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse, the World in reverse, the Nine of Swords, and the Lovers in reverse. So clarifying, we have Judgment in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Three of Swords in reverse, the Four of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. So some people have asked me, is my deck upside down when I have so many reversals? But no, I shuffle all the cards in a specific way. So some are reversed, some are upright. And I don't know which ones are reverse or upright when I'm shuffling. So there's a lot of intense energies for set of cards number 4. Should you wait for this person or move on? So there's definitely been some Tower moment. Some kind of breakdown of your connection. It may have seemed very harsh. Very painful, because there's a Three of Swords as well. A lot of heartbreak. Things coming up to the surface, truth coming out. So Judgment in reverse. For a long time you may have not been able to see clearly, or deep down your intuition or your gut instinct was telling you that there was these red flags, but a part of you didn't want to listen to that and just hoped everything would work out well with this person. There may have been some deception with this Seven of Swords. This is an energy of someone trying to get away with something, someone sneaking away, someone not being honest. And I feel like the truth did come out, and you felt a lot of anger with this Queen of Swords in reverse and Judgment in reverse as well. Perhaps you expressed that anger towards this person, and there was some kind of argument, breakup, separation. But there's this feeling that there's unfinished business with this World, with the World card in reverse. And in this deck, it shows the Lovers inside that wreath. So unfinished business. And yeah, Three of Swords. Perhaps there was a third party situation. Perhaps there was cheating going on. Not necessarily. It could just be some kind of heartbreak happened. Or there was a heart, like you were hurting for a long time. Maybe you felt abandoned, rejected for a long time. But you were still kind of trying to hold this connection together. Perhaps you were sweeping a lot of things under the rug that wasn't healthy, putting up with things when you deserved better, kind of thing. And so you were always kind of feeling this heartbreak deep down. But now perhaps it became much more out in the open, like you had to be honest with yourself because something happened that was shocking and really hurtful. Perhaps there was a lot of arguing within your connection, a lot of judgment being projected back and forth or something like that. I'm just feeling a lot of argument, a lot of heated discussions or harsh words being spoken. I feel like you had a lot of chemistry with this person, but there wasn't like balance or harmony within the connection. A lot of imbalances, a lot of things coming up, being triggered, all things like that. A lot of drama happening. And I feel it's because this is likely a karmic connection. And by that I mean your souls agreed to meet in this lifetime in order to work through issues, work through wounds, like emotional wounds, childhood wounds that are being kind of triggered or mirrored in this connection. And it's so that they can be brought up to the surface, so you can realize that they're there, because they were likely stuck in your subconscious for a long time, but this person brings it out into the open. And it's so you can potentially realize what needs healing and within yourself and release it, and vice versa. And I feel like that's why this World card in reverse is here. Unfinished business. It's like you've met again in order to try and heal the karma, learn the lessons. Because the world is the final card in the whole tarot. It's about tying up major cycle. And I feel that is still the case within this connection. Like, it is karmic, I feel, but there's still unfinished business. There may still be some lessons to learn from this. And it's to do with not taking it personally. There's a lot of feelings of abandonment, rejection, betrayal, taking things very personally. And it's not. I know it seems like it's personal, but in the bigger picture, your souls agree to come together in order to trigger these wounds up within yourselves. So you can learn to love yourself more and learn to realize your worth and that you deserve better than what you may have been putting up with within this connection. That's the lesson here. That's the blessing in disguise. That's the way their soul is loving you and vice versa, because your souls agree to help each other in a profound way. Even if on the surface it means, things weren't working out. So I feel like it would be more healthy for you to move on from this person. And I feel like the only way you can move on is to realize that it wasn't personal. Shit didn't happen because you're not good enough. It happened because it was part of this karmic lesson in order to help you love yourself more. So if you see this in a positive light, if you see this, the silver lining to all them clouds, then, it's all about perspective. If, you create stories which tell yourself, oh, this all happened, they left me, or things didn't work out because I'm not good enough, I failed, I'm not lovable, the universe hates me, or, if you have that kind of perspective, then potentially this kind of connection can come into your life through someone else again. Maybe you've already had this as a repeating pattern in your relationships or something like that. But there's this potential with this Three of Swords in reverse for this to be healed, because swords are about the mind and perception. In the traditional tarot, it shows these three swords piercing that heart. So that's like your mind, your perception, the negative stories that you attach to situations and experiences that break your own heart. Those stories about, oh, this happened because I'm not good enough, that kind of thing. In this deck, and especially in the reverse position, this is saying it's an opportunity for you to take a step back and see the patterns within your relationships. Ask yourself, am I truly loving myself if I've put up with certain things that, you wouldn't want to see your best friend or someone in your family having to go through? Swords falling out of the heart. This is a potential for healing. It's being able to see things clearly so your heart can fully open to loving yourself first. And then that raises your vibration so you can align with love, like the reflection of your self-love. Someone else who can align with that and be there and in the ways that you need and deserve. So I feel like you had a lot of sleepless nights, feelings of betrayal as well. Intense worries. It's almost like you were in this place of darkness worrying, and they were just like not taking this opportunity. They were looking the other way. They weren't paying attention. They were not really worrying about it. I feel like you were taking this connection much more seriously than what they were. This is kind of them taking the pee. Taking the piss is what I'm feeling. But again, it's not because you're not lovable. It's because this person was emotionally unavailable. This person wasn't mature enough to give you what you wanted or needed. And that will be like a reflection of your own emotional unavailable. Because if we aren't loving ourselves, then we can't truly be there to fully love another. We can't fully be ready for a loving, harmonious relationship if we aren't in that place within ourselves first. So there's a lot of inner growth that needs to happen and has, had this potential to happen within this connection to help you grow within yourself as an individual. Love is in reverse. So again, I feel this is saying this was a soul contract, most likely a karmic contract for lessons and soul growth. The divine was watching over this connection, but it's in reverse. It's saying there was a lot of problems, a lot of obstacles, and I feel like for most of you, the obstacles are insurmountable. You can't overcome them. 3 of Pentacles. So this to me is you having this epiphany, learning the lesson from this, and then working with the divine, listening to your intuition. So I feel there was some denial of intuition in the past. This is like a spiritual awakening for you. And this is the gift that this person's offering you, if you choose to take it. So I'm going to look much more deeply into what's going on here, what's going to happen in an extended Vimeo reading. I don't feel like you should wait for this person. I feel like the whole point of this connection is something totally different and much more profound than that. So I'm going to look into that in Vimeo, and I hope to see you there. The link to that is below this video in the description box. So I really hope this reading has been helpful and resonated. And if it has, then please like, share and subscribe. And if you subscribe, then please tap the bell icon, and that will notify you every time I release a new pick a card reading. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you in Vimeo.